All right, guys. Welcome, Brett. Welcome back, I should say. Welcome to today's episode of checking up on your digital marketing here with Brett and I. So this is Brett Sutherland, CEO and founder of Lead Revenue. And as always, I'm Brian Hess. So I'm on the board here with Lead Revenue. Also, just so you guys understand, I started as a customer of Lead Revenue. And so I've been through this entire journey of kind of, understanding this whole digital space from, having a very low level understanding to now kind of understanding the inner workings of it as a business owner, not just a board member of Lead Revenue. So excited to be able to share this with you guys today. What Brett and I wanted to do today was kind of split this up into, we're going to do like 3 consecutive live streams here so that we can get you guys the most information possible on exactly how to prepare your businesses the best for 2021. Kind of as we head into the off season here, and everybody kind of feels like they have all this time to be prepared for 2021. What we really want to do is get the things in front of you that are most urgent, that are going to get you the best results for your business, to get you the most visibility online. And so today we're going to tackle the whole idea of Google My Business and how Google My Business kind of functions online as the digital nucleus that kind of puts your company out there in front of as many people as possible. So Brett, I will let you kind of jump into Google My Business and why it's important and how it benefits all of these people who are going to be watching here.
Perfect. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me back. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. So Google My Business is, if I had to point out one thing that would make an immediate impact on any business out there, it would absolutely be Google My Business. And what I'm going to show you and what we're going to discuss is not going to cost you money. This is something that you can actually dive in and start making changes today. And you will see immediate returns. You will see immediate traffic. So what I've got up, and Brian, can you see my screen okay?
Yep, I got it. Yep.
So what I've got up is the pavement group. And obviously we've optimized this properly. And let me just talk a little bit about Google My Business as a whole. Last November, Google, so just right at a year ago, announced that they would have a new platform starting January 1st. They rolled out immense changes to Google My Business and the platform. As of today, 55% of all the traffic that any website gets is coming from Google My Business, meaning someone's finding you on Google My Business and clicking the website link, which is right here. In addition to this, I'm going to say, having been in the paving and asphalt industry and the contractor industry for some time now, that if optimized correctly, Google My Business can drive more traffic than your website. So I want to give you hard numbers that you can actually see. Brian has said, you know what, let's dive in and look at the pavement group numbers, which I appreciate. This is performance for the last 28 days. You'll see here. The pavement group's gotten, call it 2,500 people that have found them on Google My Business. Now, what you're going to notice off to the right in search views and map views, they're down 55% and 44% because we're in the off season in the paving and asphalt industry. So that is normal based on my understanding of the industry and the time that we're in, considering asphalt plants are shut down, et cetera. So if you can imagine, this number was double, more than double this. So he's getting 5,000 people a month finding him on Google My Business. Now, out of the, call it 2,400 in the last 28 days, 2,210 people have found him on the map section of Google. So if I put in commercial paving needs, what we want to do, or let me say commercial paving lot services. What we want to do is we want to come up on the map section of Google. I'm gonna find a search here. So if I just search driveway paving, for example, for those who are in the residential as well as the commercial, we want to show up on the map section here of Google. That is where you're going to get all of your traffic. So you'll see here that on the pavement group dashboard, out of the 2,400 views, 2,200 have been from the map section. So we want to show up in the map section as much as possible for as many unique search terms as possible. This is going to drive great traffic. Now, this is separate from Google Analytics and the traffic that your website gets. So it's 2,500 views, call it in a good month, 5,000 views just from Google My Business.
Yeah, Brett, that was in the peak of the season. That was, I believe, 8,000 or 9,000 on the views side, and then the activity section was like 24,000.
Yeah, so it's huge. And then you add that on to Google Analytics, your visibility is just huge online. So what I want to say is 55% of all people find you on Google My Business. The Google My Business platform has really made it where customers can do everything that they came to do without visiting your website. That's why it's so important. You'll notice here with Brian, we have optimized his complete Google My Business listing. We have products and services that you can actually scroll through. You have the ability to book an appointment directly online through Google My Business. All the reviews are populating over. Facebook reviews are populating over. And all the blog articles that we're writing on a weekly basis are added to Google My Business. That's one key way to get you showing on more maps, but we'll jump into that on another call. So I can't tell you how understated Google My Business is. When Brian and I were just friends before he was even a client, Brian's got a huge network on social media, does a phenomenal job. And Brian, can you speak a little bit to, our conversation when I said, hey, how active are you on Google? It was kind of neglected. And once we've really dived in and made changes, you've seen huge upticks in traffic and leads.
Yeah. To give you guys an idea, I mean, the activity that we're talking about now being at, 2,500 in the off season, that was between 300 and 400 in the peak season. And, so not understanding this was a huge miss for our company, existing in both the local market and then beyond that with our customers. People are finding us all over the United States now. And I would tell you that I believe this is the driver of a significant amount of the traffic that we've received. Those products and services that you see there, each one of those links to a page on our website that explains that in more detail. The power of having those products as well is you can actually see which product on your website is getting the most visibility, getting the most clicks when you're inside of kind of the nucleus of that. But if you were to click on one of those, you can see that it links directly to another page. We also have on Google My Business a link to be able to book an appointment directly with our team. So there's a link there that will take you to a Calendly page, and any customer can book a quick 30-minute meeting, just an introductory meeting with our team, and that automatically schedules on our company calendar. And that has been used by a handful of customers at this point to be able to introduce themselves directly to somebody on our team. It is without a doubt the biggest change that we have seen has been the activity from Google My Business, and then on the backside of that, the traffic that follows to our website. And then that traffic, as your traffic on your website increases, you're going to see a direct connection to the number of leads, the number of phone calls, the number of chats. So for us, we have a chat box on our website that's a live chat agent. All of that stuff increases with traffic. The other thing that I would add into this, and I was just having a call with someone else that I was advising them to do the same thing. The frequency at which you are updating the photos on Google My Business is also a direct connection to how frequently, I believe, Google is putting your profile in front of people. So in the heat of the season, we were posting photos literally almost every single day of completed jobs, different places that we were working, any updates that we had. To Brett's point, the blog posts, all of that type of stuff. We were constantly, trying to keep up with those photos. If you scroll down there, Brett, there's the most current ones, and you'll see, nonstop, we were posting different things that we were completing so that customers could see that we're an active company. We're constantly working in different areas of the country. We have a significant presence online. And so when we're getting these phone calls from customers, we are already in a trusted conversation to a large degree because people can see exactly what we're doing. They see kind of the personality of our business. So I can't encourage you guys enough. Brett phrased that question to me when we first started talking, like, well, what are you doing on Google? And I was like, to be honest, man, it's kind of been neglected because we were getting so much activity from social media. What I've realized now is that social media is a great tool, and it is without a doubt important as well. But Google is the driver of everything, right? There's a reason why Google is the #1 search engine and YouTube is the #2 search engine, because they dominate everything online. I mean, there's no question that, there's a reason why people say Google it and they don't use some other term, right? And so if you don't utilize the tools that are in front of you to be able to do these kinds of things that get you visibility, then you're losing potential customers. To give you guys real raw numbers, we've done $480,000 worth of business that have come directly from online leads, and that was in the past probably 2.5 months of the season. So it's a significant return on your investment of your time and of your money when you get this stuff right. Because, prior to this, we had no consistent flow of inbound leads. Everything that we did as a company was pretty much outbound and heavy lifting. So putting these things in place was a huge shot in the arm and a huge help at the end of the season to keep these things coming in. So a lot of the jobs that you guys have seen at the end of the season, saw us posting things about, those people all found us literally from Google My Business. If you guys saw the Chase Bank that we completed right in our hometown here, Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania, that person found us online. There was another seal coating and repair job that we did in Sewickley, Pennsylvania. That customer found us online and didn't even go get another bid as a result of our online presence. And there's countless examples of those jobs coming in and those jobs closing within weeks of us, being introduced to these customers.
Yeah, and Brian, I think that what I've seen about the industry, right? I was super familiar with the car industry prior to entering this industry, and in the car business, people relied on incoming leads. They provide on inbound. They were living on inbound opportunities. And what I think I'm here to tell you is you can do the same, right? You don't have to sit behind and cold call and do things in a very old-fashioned way. If you have the right exposure, and just like Brian said, social is just one outlet. Google My Business is just one outlet. The more outlets you can have leading back to your business, the more exposure and the more leads you're going to get. So I can tell you firsthand, inbound opportunities is a thing in the paving and contracting space. And, if done correctly, you can have people coming to you versus you having to go to people. So it's a huge opportunity. Google My Business is, I think, the first step in basically securing your online presence, making sure that you have a viable Google My Business setup is imperative. Brian, what I wanted to talk about is we're happy to help there. We're no charge. If you want us to optimize your Google My Business page, happy to do it. All you have to do is shoot me an email directly, shoot Brian an email, and we will absolutely take control, optimize your page just like we've done for Brian's, and coach you along the way, give you ideas for getting more exposure, whether that's more pictures, more videos, different tagging. We will handle all of that for you. So happy to help in that regard. I know for a fact anyone who takes me up on that offer will see immediate results. It's not a let's wait a month to see results. You'll start seeing traction day one. So I would encourage anyone to get a hold of me directly, get a hold of Brian, and we're happy to set this up for you and help you secure a great 2021.
Perfect. I just put that in the comments there, man. And I will tell you guys, if you do not have this optimized, you're going to see a huge lift. You're going to just the professional nature of what it looks like. When we do this, when we're looking at different contractors' websites, when I'm looking at them as somebody that's coaching in top contractor school, coaching different businesses, it's one of the first things that I look at, right? Because if they don't have, if everything on this page that you see here is empty and it's incomplete and it's not professional looking, then when you're looking at the different contractors that you could possibly choose, it does stand out to a customer, right? If you're looking as a customer and you go to somebody's website, it doesn't look professional, it's not easy to understand, or this listing is incomplete, it makes a huge difference, right? Those reviews are a big deal, right? If you have a ton of 5-star reviews, you're going to see a huge difference in the conversations that you have with customers, because there's a higher level of trust, that they're going to have right out of the gate. And I've had that exact conversation, and so has plenty of people on our team, that it just gets easier when it comes down to doing business with them right out of the gate. They have a higher level of trust. And what's the number one thing that people say about asphalt, paving, and concrete companies, contractors in general? There's not a high level of trust.
And Brian, back to your review, I just want to reviews play a huge role. You saw that just in the last 28 days, you're showing up 2,200 times on the map section of Google. 95% of everyone uses Google to find what they're looking for, whether it be, asphalt repair, whether it be commercial parking lots, whatever it is. I just Googled pizza near me. And what happens is it's going to pick up on the closest people from my physical location that have Google My Business set up. What am I going to do if I'm unfamiliar? I'm going to jump in and I'm going to start looking at reviews. In this case, 95, 67, 90, and 22, that's a great number of reviews for everyone. But if I was brand new and I was looking at paving and asphalt, and I see the pavement group with 25 positive reviews, and I see the below 3 competitors that have 2 reviews, 3 reviews, 4 reviews, it's a no-brainer where I'm going to go. So reviews is also encompassed in Google My Business. We will absolutely touch on all of that. And I know for a fact you'll start seeing results day one. Brian's texting me constantly when he makes a new update, when he posts a new picture, and he's like, man, this has been up for 3 hours now. I've got 100 views. It is truly that powerful. So I look forward to working with everyone and helping you maximize your Google My Business listing. Again, there's absolutely no charge, and this will help you get the proper setup for a great 2021.
Yeah, awesome, man. And anybody should take you up on that offer for sure. It is, if nothing else, you get an education, and you will see what Brett's talking about. It's very interesting. You get alerts set up when they set up your Google My Business, and so when something new is uploaded, it will notify you with a push notification as to 25 views, 50 views, 100 views, all the way up. And man, it's incredible how many times those things get viewed. And the more current those are, again, the more trust that somebody's going to have in your business. And to Brett's point, one of the things we talked about early on was that Brett really figured out how this worked well for restaurants, and restaurants that posted a lot of photos of food and how they were ranking higher than others. And I was like, well, then it's got to work the same for us, right? So I just, in the meat of the season, I was constantly uploading new photos, and man, it just continued to multiply over and over and over again, to the point that literally we had so many leads coming in at the peak of the season that we couldn't keep up with them. And so that is nothing unique to our company. You guys can do the same exact thing. It is literally just working the same exact playbook as what we have in place. And Brett and the team over there at Lead Revenue is happy to take a look at that for you. I would absolutely take them up on it and see what they can do for you.
Perfect. Thanks for having me on, Brian.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in here. We will be back here next week at some point with another live video with more information and more offers for us to be able to help you in some way to prepare for 2021 in the right way. If you guys have any questions, I've dropped Brett's email address in the chat here. And if you guys need to reach me, you can reach me at brian@thepavementgroup.com. And I will be able to forward over anything that you guys send me over to Brett and the team, and they'll be in touch with you to get everything moving. So appreciate you guys being here, and we will see you again next week here live with some more marketing tips. Talk to you guys soon.